HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we'll fill you in on some upcoming happenings in town. Plus, we'll show you some upcoming programs that will soon be airing on HCAM and much more. But first, Hopkinton Hiller Winter Sports has been very busy. Here are the latest highlights and happenings. In state tournament action, Hiller boys basketball ended up falling in the round of 32 to 24th seeded Quincy. Final score 81-58. In girls basketball, the Hiller girls had a good battle with 17-seeded Bridgewater Raynham, but would fall just short, 42-34. And in boys hockey, first-seeded Canton defeated 16-seeded Hiller boys hockey 5-0 to wrap up state tournament play. Congratulations to the Hopkinton Hillers, who captured the Division II Boys Indoor Track and Field State Championship title. The Hillers totaled 69.5 points to finish a half point ahead of second-place Concord Carlisle in the field of 27 teams. For the Hillers, Harry Millar finished first in the 55-meter hurdle. Jacob Logan finished second. Sean Finnegan finished second place in both the 2-mile and in the 1-mile. In the 300-meter, Ian Welding finished second. Iago Ferreira took third, and the Hillers took third in the 4x400 relay. On Sunday, March 15th at 10 a.m. at the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center, it's the Battle of the Badges, second annual dodgeball tournament. The event will feature over a dozen local police and fire departments, raising money to benefit the Michael Lisnow Respite Center. The second annual dodgeball tournament at Hopkinton High School on Sunday, March 15th. We'll have the event live on HCAM. Right now, here's a look at last year's first annual Battle of the Badges dodgeball tournament.
Teams or maybe a few more. We have 16 towns represented here today.
And again, we're hearing from Sharon Lisnow and Mary McCleany, founders and directors at the Respite Center, and they're flanked by Wendy Sousa, assistant director and co-marathon coordinator for the Michael Lisnow Respite Center.
Run for the Respite Center. Look, guys just don't run for us. You answer the call when we need the help, and that's something that we will always be forever grateful for. When you all show up we absolutely are counting on you, and you've never. School won't let us. Okay. All right. I would like to introduce this year's first responder that's running for us, Connor Sales.
I said, are you in? He's like, I don't know. So Johnny brought him down to the Respite Center. He went up to see our child program, our Birth to 3 program. One of the little kids wrapped his arms around Connor's neck. He looked at me and he goes, okay, I'm in. That was all that it took. And he's been volunteering once a week for us on his day off just to come in and hang with us and play with us and have fun. And we're so excited to support him in his fundraising, and we're excited to see him Marathon Day. So thank you, Connor.
But okay,
we're underway. Game 1 of the 2025 Boston Marathon kickoff event, and I think we already have an illegal throw.
Yes, we did. He wasn't behind the live line.
Yep, got to touch back once you grab the ball. There's a block.
We're down to 1.
5-on-1, and he goes down.
Very quick round to dodge roll. That's how you take care of business right there.
The ones are easy to catch, so if you're going to miss, you want to kind of miss low.
It's harder for you to avoid a throw with your feet than with your hands. A juggling catch by Milford. Hopkins down to 3, I believe. Make it 4. I was screened.
Screened by that huge service dog.
Shots.
Milford, got to be careful. They were bunched up there for a moment. You don't want to make too big a target. Several good blocks by the big Auburn guy, but he gets knocked out. The block did touch his hand, so he is out. Auburn down to 1. This could be a huge upset, guys.
Be a big comeback.
Oh.
Wow.
And it is. Milford hangs on for the win, knocking down the heavily favored Auburn team.
Oh,
wow.
Leaned right into it.
Yeah. So Misfits down to their last player.
But all the balls.
Okay.
So 1-on-3.
He just knocked out one.
Shanks one.
Oh,
good.
Wow.
That's quite a dive. He's got to get up.
Oh.
Can't recover.
That was some Matrix stuff there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Coming into effect again. Ball don't lie. They win once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your police department dodgeball champions, Natick Police Department.
Natick is the champion.
There you go. That was the great team.
Natick.
Congratulations to Natick.
Oh, they're saying he's out.
They're just firing
They're down to
ball
1.
after ball. Good jump. Uh-oh. That's a position you don't want to be in. You don't want to be backpedaling.
Making himself a small target.
Yep.
Took out somebody on the back line there, but he dropped the catch, and that's the game.
Tournament. Game over.
The 2025 Dodgeball Battle of the Badges Tournament, Natick Police Department.
So congratulations to the Natick Police Department. They survived everybody else, and they are your 2025 Battle of the Badges Dodgeball Tournament champions.
On Sunday, March 15th at 10 a.m. at the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center, it's the Battle of the Badges, second annual dodgeball tournament. The event will feature over a dozen local police and fire departments raising money to benefit the Michael Lisnow Respite Center. The second annual dodgeball tournament at Hopkinton High School on Sunday, March 15th. We'll have the event live on HCAM. We are going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
The Select Board recently set the date of this year's annual town meeting to Saturday, May 2nd, rather than having the meeting during the week.
Does anyone want to make the motion to set the start time of the May 2nd, 2026 annual town meeting at 9 o'clock?
Yep, I was just looking for the motion. Okay, I move to set the start time for the May 2nd, 2026 annual town meeting at 9 a.m.
I'll second that, Mr. Chair, and then with a question.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. Before we go to roll call, thoughts, questions? Brian, you had one?
Yeah, what is the spillover date then in that scenario? What if we have to go to another day for whatever reason? Would it be Sunday or would it be the following Saturday or? I'm not wishing this. I'm just asking,
Yeah, or on Monday evening. I don't know.
Yeah. So, if I may, great question, Brian. It actually doesn't say, so it leaves to the discretion of what our rules are in town meeting time, where at the end of the meeting, we can select a date when we're adjourning of when we're going to reconvene.
Okay.
So we're able to, we don't have to make it a consecutive day like it had in the older version of the bylaw. We can just say, we're going to meet again on Monday night of the coming week, or we could, if there's other issues with the space that day, then we can pick another day accordingly.
Okay, thanks.
But I assume before we get to Saturday town meeting, you'll know when the room is available. Like you'll know that Monday might work or following Saturday will work, because we don't want to be deciding on the fly and looking up if the room's available.
Yeah, we'll have a recommendation. We'll look into making sure we have recommended dates and times for if we have to go to a second day.
Okay, so we only have to decide the first day now, and before we get to the actual day, we'll have a backup date for.
Perfect. So with that, we did have the motion and the second. Any other thoughts from the board? All right, then we will go roll call. Amy?
Amy Arterbush, yes.
Matt?
Matt Kisner, yes.
Brian?
Brian Herr, yes.
Scheidel?
Kaiser Manon, yes.
Joe Clark, yes. So, all right, so town meeting is set for 9 a.m. on May 2nd.
Hopkinton Annual Town Meeting will be on Saturday, May 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. Town Manager Elaine Lazarus recently talked with new Hopkinton Water and Sewer Manager Jed Phaneuf on a new episode of HCAM series Hopkinton Works.
Path for someone to get into this, or how can someone enter this profession?
So what I would recommend if somebody was interested is you could look into the associations like American Water Works or New England Water Works, which is based out of Holliston, or the Mass Water Works Association. All those associations have training, and they can tell you, they'll have like a calendar where they actually go to job fairs. So if students were interested, there's so many facets to our line of work: engineering, operations, chemistry, everything, you name it, construction. So I would start with those associations. Look, that you can also get your license through those associations. You can get your drinking water license, and then one I didn't mention was NEWIPCC, New England Interstate Water Pollution Control Commission. And you can go on there and learn of what you would need to do to be able to get certified to work in this field.
You can watch the premiere of the episode tonight, Wednesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. Hopkinton Women's Club recently hosted Select Board Chair Joe Clark as their guest speaker. Here's a look.
And then really as I look ahead to kind of this next year, we as a board, every year we kind of do goals for everything. So, I think one of the big ones is, like I mentioned, the FY27 budget. Like that needs to be balanced. We need to kind of look ahead at, both the budget and then capital projects and, start to prioritize those things. I think right now we are in good shape where it's looking like we'll be able to balance that. Again, our biggest concern is always avoiding an override, Proposition 2.5. Those overrides are where most people know that's what hits your taxes, for an increase. So anything we can do to avoid those things is great. Again, we're in the middle of the budget conversations now. We've probably seen, almost a half of the departments kind of present their budgets to the board at a meeting. So over the next few meetings, we'll go through those. And again, we're looking in good shape for this year right now. So I'm very pleased with that.
View the episode airing on the HCAM channels and at the HCAM YouTube channel. Do you like to laugh? Check out a new episode of The Early Late Show, starring Arav Nadkarni, airing on HCAM channels and at HCAM YouTube channel.
A lot of people at the beginning of the new year create a list of New Year's resolutions. Although, I haven't heard a lot of New Year's resolutions for this year yet. So I'm gonna give you some inspiration with mine. Give me 1 second. I just have to pull it up on my phone. I swear, I have everything on my phone right now. Okay. Oh, found it. Awesome. All right. Number 1, rely less on your phone. Okay. Could we get this printed out, maybe? Okay, great. Number 2, don't do your homework late in the night. Oh, okay. There's one thing I haven't done yet. I have not been doing my homework really late in the night recently.
You also haven't had any homework recently. It's the start of term 2.
Sure, but I still haven't been doing homework really late in the night. Number 3, be less stressed about life. Okay, I feel very personally targeted by that.
Shouldn't you? Didn't you make that list to resolve issues about yourself?
For more Hopkinton and HCAM happenings, check out our website, hcam.tv. Hopkinton Middle School recently hosted their annual spring concert. Here's a look. upcoming happenings in town include on Saturday, April 11th, Troop 4 will be hosting their annual pancake breakfast and silent auction. It'll take place at St. John's Parish on Saturday, April 11th. Be sure to support a great cause and get your tickets now. The Hopkinton Women's Club recently hosted their monthly meeting on March 2nd. The program topic was Angels of the Battlefield, Women and War in the 19th Century. The presenter was Paulo Di Gregorio. You can check out the program airing soon on HCAM. The Knights of Columbus are conducting their yearly Food for Families food drive to support the Hopkinton Food Pantry, maintained by Project Just Because. The drive will run from Saturday, March 7th through Sunday, March 22nd. You can find all the details at our website, hcam.tv. The Metro West Symphony Orchestra is hosting MSO's Got Talent on March 22nd at 2 p.m. It'll take place at the Dwight Performing Arts Center at Framingham State University. You can check out metrowestsymphony.org for more information or to get your tickets. The Marathon Fund Committee is awarding 8 $1,500 scholarships to graduating high school seniors who are residents of Hopkinton. Applications are now available at the town manager's office. For more information, you can contact the town manager's office or check out hcam.tv. Here's a look at the upcoming town government meetings, which includes on Tuesday, March 17th, the Select Board, who will meet at 6 p.m. We'll have the meeting live on HCAM. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov, or for more information, you can head over to hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. The MIAA State Tournament Hockey State Semifinals are set. Here's a glimpse at this weekend's schedules for the semifinals matchups. You can view the full schedule at our website, tvlsports.net. 4 TVL teams are in to the Final Four. Medfield girls and Dover Sherborne Weston boys are back-to-back at Loring Arena in Framingham on Saturday, March 7th. Westwood boys are also in action on Saturday in Chelmsford, and the Medfield boys will be in action on Sunday at Gallo Arena in Bourne. Congratulations to sophomore Kaylee Simpson and freshman Nicolette Hayes of Bellingham, who were recently named as TVL All-Stars. Also named TVL All-Stars were senior captain Avery Tinkham and Callie Salem of the Norton Lancers. Congratulations to Dylan Miller of Norton, who took home an individual wrestling state title in the 132-pound weight class. Norton's Caden Plum at 126 pounds and Jacoby Glenn at 144 pounds also took home individual titles. Last but certainly not least, congratulations to Dedham Wrestling, who took home a Division III state title. This is the second Division III wrestling state titles in school history. Congratulations, Dedham Marauders. On Tuesday, March 3rd, Medway Girls Basketball hosted Norwell in a round of 16 matchup. Here's a look at what happened. It was a 21-12 Medway lead at the halftime break after a scrappy defensive first half.